Hi, welcome to Forex in 4. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started.
Good morning. Today is Friday, November 5th, 2010. This morning I'm asking if we are on our way. The reason I'm asking this is because we had a big job surprise this morning. Now, the non-farm payrolls number came out this morning, and it showed a gain of 151,000 jobs, okay, which is much better than the expectation of a gain of 60,000 and much, much better than last month's loss of 41,000. Now, the unemployment rate still held steady at 9.6%, okay, but it shows that, that the economy may be moving around. Now, I'm sure that we're going to get, both sides of this political spectrum coming out claiming victory here. Obama's going to say, well, it's his policies that, are turning this around, and, thanks to him, we've got these job numbers. Now, of course, Republicans are going to come out and say, no, you know what, it was the market expectation that we were going to take control of the House that's actually driving these figures, so there's more confidence. Regardless of what happens, let's just keep in mind that, one figure does not a trend make, okay? So what we're seeing now is that, the market is, flipped over to some risk-taking mode. We had risk aversion overnight as there was news out of the Eurozone that German factory orders posted a loss for September versus a slight expected gain. All right, now they were expected to show a gain of 0.4%, and factory orders actually fell 4%. All right. In addition, retail sales figures came in lower than expected, showing minus 0.2% versus an expected gain of 0.1%. So we're just looking at the euro right here. You can see how on the 30-minute chart, euro sold off right here. We've got that non-farm payrolls report, and now it looks like the market's flipped from risk aversion to a little bit of risk taking. We've got a little bit of euro strength, and we still are holding above the 140 level here on euro USD. Just want to show you the Aussie real quick. All right, let's go back to the 5-minute chart here real quick. All right, you can see on the 5-minute chart the Aussie was higher. Now they came out with their RBA monetary policy statement that said that they're going to see faster growth and slower inflation due to a rise in the price of the Aussie. So that kind of falls hand in hand with the rate hike that they did on Tuesday. All right, now some folks in the market, after seeing this non-farm payrolls number, they're questioning whether or not QE2 is even necessary. But sort of that ship sort of sailed. It's already done. So we're going to have to see what happens going forward. Let's take a quick look at the pound. All right, the pound is looks like it's just about to flip back to positive versus USD. It's mixed this morning. All right, there's PPI figures came in there showing slowest pace of growth in nearly 8 months, which could mean that the B of E may need to extend its accommodative monetary policy. Now, this is not the same thing as actually expanding the monetary policy, which they didn't do at their last rate policy meeting, but they could push it forward well into 2011. So if the dollar remains weak, we could continue to see some pound gains. Just want to show you the Japanese yen here. Let's look at this on the 30-minute chart. All right, it looks like we may have put in a short-term bottom here for yen at about 80.60. All right, you can see right here on this number, that was the non-farm payrolls number. Now, in Japan, they had their monetary policy meeting yesterday. They maintained rates at 0 to 0.1%, and they unveiled a monetary easing plan that obviously it's not as aggressive as QE2 that we saw here in the U.S., but it is slightly more aggressive than what they have in the ECB. Now, the Nikkei was higher overnight on the back of the U.S. stock market gains yesterday. So the Nikkei was up, posting weekly gains for the most in nearly a year's time. So normally when we see these Nikkei gains, we're going to see yen weakness, and that's what we're seeing. We've got some risk appetite. Aussie versus yen, as you can see here, was also higher as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at here in the markets. We've got some mild risk taking. Oh, how could I forget the loonie? Just want to show you the loonie. Loonie right now is right at parity with the USD. Just below there. All right, that could be a psychological area of support for a little bit, but in Canada, they had a better than expected employment report. Their unemployment rate ticked lower. However, not as many jobs were created as the market expected, but their unemployment rate came in at 7.9% versus the expected 8%. So that was slightly better. So that's the sort of the big news in the market. Going into the weekend, we've got commodities higher. Oil up to 86.75. All right, that's also helping drive loonie strength here. and the effects of QE2 are still remains to be seen what's going to happen there. So as I mentioned before, non-farm payroll report, great number. We're going to expect the politics to heat up around this. Everyone's going to claim victory here. All right, but with QE2 fresh in the minds of investors, all right, many may be starting to wonder whether it's even necessary or not. Now, we just had a public call from China asking for an explanation about why the Fed did this, which basically that's intended just to sort of deflect blame from their own currency manipulations. So right now there's no turning back as the QE2 ship has sailed. All right, we've got a new crew on board, namely all those who were elected, all the elected Republicans who sort of kicked out the Democrats in what was a landslide victory, and we've got the pilots the same, Obama, and the navigators the same, Bernanke. So if they can agree to work together and put us on the proper course, then this ship, which is the U.S. economy, could sail, and we could make it from point A to point B, and have this be a successful mission. But if these guys can't work together, then we could see a great big failure, and the ship could sink. So let's just hope that it's the former and not the latter. That's what I've got for today, folks. Good trading to all, and have a nice weekend.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.